Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maleje Mawara Matiba, and today I am bringing you another book review. It's been a minute, but I'm back. I am back, and that's all that matters. Thank you so much, Go Gators. Some people have been sending me messages to be like, "Where you been, honey? Where you been?" So I'm back. I had to deal with very important issues in life. Okay, so yeah, whenever a break is needed, guys, in Zonche, I would say, hey, I didn't say guys, I didn't say Nyazamarakzamegi, but I'm back and I'm so glad that you are back. Remember, this is the place where you learn better so you can do better and be better, honey. Today's book, very controversial. Different people have their different perspectives, but the way I see it, I like to take a book as a learning experience. I look at what can I take from it, how can I improve myself given whatever lessons that were given in the book. So as you have seen, the book's title is Capitalist Nigger. Yes, I read this book back in high school, so I just thought to myself, some books you should read every now and then so that you can refresh some lessons that are important. Especially now that I'm definitely in a better economic state than when I was in high school. Oh, guys, pocket money. Sham. Hey, limitations to desires, but yeah, we are here now. So yeah, no, I'd say don't take this book with your chest, take it with your head. You need to think and you really need to reflect on what is being said in this book, okay? So that's the angle that we're going to take. We're going to learn so we can be better and do better. So that's the perspective that we're going to take. And anything else that's on you, that's your interpretation, or maybe that's what you read from him directly. So yeah, I know the cover's a bit different. I bought this for 90 bucks, guys. Can you believe it? Look at that. I bought it for 90 bucks and I'm like, I mean, I already know the book. And for me, I'm not a status person. Like, they must know, like now I'm hot, I'm reading, hot stuff. I'm just like the content, the substance, that's what matters to me. So I thought, I could just buy it. I mean, it's affordable. So let's go for it. So I did, honey. So this book, let's get into the book review now. This book is mainly about Black economic empowerment, okay? This man, Dr. Chika Onyeani, is talking about our pitfalls as Black people when it comes to economic emancipation. Okay, freedom has been attained, and I remember having a conversation on Freedom Day with some young individuals in my my WhatsApps, my DMs, and we were talking about how some people are complaining that freedom hasn't really gotten us economic power. But I see it also as maybe we are the ones to attain economic emancipation. We are the ones to now learn businesses, take ownership of things. So definitely having knowledge is the first step so that, we get ourselves to be better, economic emancipation. So he will just inspire you to be better. It's almost like, that uncle. It's almost like that uncle who is rich. Let's say the uncle is rich. And the uncle has had it. He has had it with everybody relaxing. He has had it with being in the States and the family being as it is. And he's addressing issues now to be like, guys, we need to get it together. This is not how we're going to do things. As a family, we need to have a family meeting. We need to change things. And he's having a family meeting with fellow Black people. So don't take it as like, hey, guys, people, we are very different, galok. But don't take it as this person is on our case and is dealing with us, like. But sometimes these conversations are essential so that you realize your pitfalls and you actually become better and more aware of how you are doing certain things. And you can actually redirect to how you best can do them for yourself, right? So yes, this is literally about money. And for me, guys, money is power. Kaloku. because make things happen. So when you give somebody money, you are empowering somebody. So be very careful of who you're empowering. That's what this book is all about. So I'm gonna get into the first lesson. So the first lesson that I learned from this book is stop the blame game. Like, don't be blaming apartheid. Don't be blaming the government. Like, that is not going to do anything for you. You can blame them as much as you want, but your life will stay in exactly the same point as it is if you're not going to do anything about it. It's all about us taking a stand and actually putting our money where put your money where your mouth is. Yes, that's the saying. So it's us about placing money where we need to see change. You understand what I'm saying? So he is about us moving and actually getting into the economic space and participating. Stop the blame game, okay? That's what he is saying. You cannot blame the government. Nowadays, what has that done? What has that done for us? So stop the blame game and let's start supporting each other. So in this book, he's telling us the best way to go about it, the best way to attain economic freedom is to support one another, right? We have brands such as Drip, brands such as Batu, who sell sneakers that are very cool. We start there, guys. Each and every single one of us must own a pair of Batu. I need to get myself a pair, but we need to support each other, right? So that's the first thing. Stop the blame game. Let's put our money where our mouth is and support one another. So that, if a fellow African is rich, you enrich their family. Their families are able to buy from, if we buy from one another, that's how the wealth comes through. You understand? Let's not take money to other countries. Now we're surprised that the leading country economically, but now we're still behind, but we give them all the monies, right? So stop the blame game. Number two, the importance of education. So he speaks about how Africans are some of the most educated people in the world, okay? However, you find that our education is not in hardcore, difficult, I think things might have changed a little bit, but we're talking for majority of the people, right? We're not saying there's few. Now, I feel like we must get past the point where first black. It must be, this is our thing, we are in those spaces. So he speaks about science, being in the science space, the aerospace, reminds me of the movie Hidden Figures, where they showed the woman who was leading mathematically in, the aerospace, and just, those are the spaces that we have to now be in. Let's not just go for things that, they may be regarded as not too difficult or that. Let's go for those difficult things, those intense topics, those hard things, the sciences, let's learn from that. And another thing is we must learn that to be better, you must learn from better people as well, okay? Who is your advisor? Who is your mentor? Sometimes I feel like this mentorship thing can be, a little deep for a lot of people. But mentor is literally, who do you talk to most of the time? If you're seeking for advice, if that's your friend, what type of person is that? Are they giving you solid advice? What are they telling you? Are they, friend, everything is always so difficult and you must always give up? Or are they listen, you're going to fight. You will have to fight until you get it, okay? Reach out to better people in the corporate space, in the business space. Reach out to somebody who's doing excellent and be I want to learn from you, and really mean it and learn from them. Don't just, I want to learn from you, and then you're gone, evaporated like the air. Evaporated like water. Don't do that. So let's learn from good. Let's educate ourselves. What books are we reading? What episodes are we watching on our TVs? There's Netflix, there's every. But what are we watching? What are we learning? Because it's the education that we have as a majority is very worrying because we don't know much. So that's why, guys, my little sister one day is Sissy, you read all these books. Do you like them? I'm Sissy, I actually don't. But because of what they give me, that's why I read. I don't read because it's fun and all of that. It has become fun now. but I read mainly to get better, to be a better person in society, and to know how to position myself very well, and to push myself and be the best version. You can only be the best based on what you know. So if you know less, you'll be the best at less. So don't be surprised, okay? Don't be surprised with all that. So another thing, moving on to lesson number 3, is history. What he says is, number 1, we don't know our history, especially where Black people are thriving. You know, some of the people back in the olden days who were like kings and running empires, you know, who had economic power. We don't know about them. We don't know about the power that we have. You know, most of the things that we have in the media is mainly like us not doing well, especially about history. Like, there's no economic depiction of Black people thriving and succeeding. So he's just saying there should be, you know, more knowledge about that. We should read more about that and be aware of it, because that empowers you and makes you know that you can get it, honey. You can get it. You know, Oprah once said that, you know, I come as one, but I stand as 10,000. You need to know what the 10,000 who have come before you have done in order for you to know, damn, you're a masterpiece, man. Your ancestors were. So that makes you a. So don't downplay yourself, honey. Go out there and get it, okay? Like, I remember books like Steve Biko. That book, the day I revisit it, I will need to be very strong, because they'll change your perspective. When you know your history, you know exactly how to position yourself, and you will know that you have a responsibility to go further. You have a responsibility to do better, okay? So let's learn about our history, and not just the famous. Let's go deeper, let's learn more, and actually get to have like a very clear picture of where we are coming from, so you know exactly what is to be done in the future, okay? And then another thing that I think is just one of the biggest things in this book, which will be our lesson number 4, is creating a spiderweb doctrine. So he says that creating a spiderweb doctrine is us buying from fellow Black people, from fellow local businesses. Like, we buy from one another and we sell to each other, so that the money circulates amongst us. Like, guys, it's not nice to see your neighbors or people in your neighborhood struggling. We need to support each other. That's where it starts, guys. If we're gonna get rid of poverty, if we're going to get rid of like not being economically stable, we need to learn to support each other. Don't be now better than. Don't do it. Of course, we want great services. That's another topic altogether, honey. But we need to learn to support one another, and don't shoot somebody down. Let's try, you know, teach and say. By the time we give up on that person, we must have tried for years. Like, we must have really, really tried. So he speaks about the spiderweb doctrine. If your friend is selling bags, buy a bag. I have a friend of mine who's selling bags. I'm like, dude, as your friends, all of us, we should have your bag. We start right there. If you know somebody who's selling something, you should have it. We support one another, right? If you know somebody who makes, you buy from them, okay? So that's economic empowerment. Tina, we're proud of importing things from where, which is all good and well, but are you empowering your people? You're taking the money from here to somewhere else while it's supposed to circulate, you know, and empower us, and also get to be one of those countries which they're like, you know, South Africa is, you know, economically improving. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the simple things. Buying amongst ourselves, like, especially I was looking at myself, I'm like, I buy groceries all the time. I always buy eggs like every single month. So there are a lot of poultry farmers. I know, you know, why not buy from those people and actually make a contract where they deliver on like a weekly basis? Imagine if the whole neighborhood or a whole entire block is buying from them on a weekly basis. We're creating cash flow. That cash flow goes to them. They can take their kids to better schools. When they like a better place, like they can also buy from other Black, like, please people, money is power. Like, I had forgotten, and Dr. Chika Onyeani then reminded me that I need to support my people. I need to see them thrive. I need to see them rich, and I'm responsible for that, okay? And then moving on, he talks about, like, sometimes we think of business as, you know, it's this big thing that You must come up with an idea that was never there. And he says it's finding the simple things, like what you buy on a daily basis, like my hair. I always buy hair products. So why not buy hair products from like a black producer or a local producer? You know what I'm saying? Support people who are there. So let's start businesses in the things that are already there so that we buy from one another, so we don't have to like import. So we support local. You know, even in the news, they're like, the best way for us to jump out of COVID is for us to buy locally. You know your brother or sister is going to be employed in that shop. You know, if this person is a founder, is a local person. Those are the people that we need to be supporting, okay? So even if you are an entrepreneur or you have entrepreneurial aspirations, I used to think, oh my God, I need to build a building in the sky. But no, do the everyday normal business. Just market it very well, provide quality services. You will become innovative as you go. You know what I mean? So that's another thing that I learned. Moving on to lesson number 6, relentlessness. I did a book review on the book Relentless. Please do check it out on the other videos as well. Remember to like the video if you're liking it so far. And let's get back to relentlessness. So he's talking about how we generally give up easy. You know, somebody tries something once, they try twice, they're done. You know, we should honestly have a relentless approach in life. Never ever try once. Go back at it. If koskolong wa fail, baby girl, baby boy, go at it. Find strategies. Don't just say because when you failed, now you are giving up. Which I've noticed, like, a lot of people really do give up easy. And I know, like, sometimes circumstances are hard. And, like, people push. Some people really do push. So get stories from other people to find out, you will learn that, for people to be where they are today, they've seen things, they've done things. So you also get to learn from people who are empowering you. Don't give up easy. Actually set goals for ourselves, guys. Some of us don't, we don't even have goals to start with, like a lot. The problem is it's not about the few. That's the thing. Chika Onyeani is, it's not about the few. We need to do this as the masses. Most of us need to be participants. We need to be setting goals. We need to be empowering one. We need to be going to schools. We need to be having ownership, not just first black or the only 2 black people. We need to do it as a lot of. We need to see a lot more black people like really doing well to a point where we're like, majority of these people are really thriving. You know what I mean? It should be the norm, not to be like, I forgot the English word. Not to be like you're the outlier. Success should be normal for us, okay? That's what we're trying to get into. At least the next generation or the next couple of generations should be like, oh yeah, economically right, because freedom-wise, we've got it. And they have done the most from the people who came before us. So we will do better in terms of economic empowerment, all right? So those are the things I learned mostly from this book. Yeah, it does have some things, much more information, much more detailed. You know, I actually wanted to read something for you that I thought was just like outstanding. So I'll just choose one because I had to, just to close off this video and to give you like a snippet of how much he is passionate about becoming economically emancipated as a people, and just learning some things you need to learn as, like, hence I read books that are related to females, because we have issues that are only related to females. Sometimes it's not men. Then here it's also addressing issues that are more for black people or affect black people the most. So don't take it hard, guys. Take it as a learning curve, right? Take it as, how can I become better? So I'm going to close this. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please do like this video. So in closing, chapter 2 of this book, when he begins, he says that a capitalist nigger is an economic warrior who loves making money as much as he loves himself, his wife, and his children. A capitalist nigger is an economic warrior who uses every legal means to accumulate wealth and bring the wealth back to his community. He understands what money can do. Money can help him care for his family. Money can help him care for his community. Money can help him care for the unfortunate members in his community. It can help him live a better and more joyous life. It will bring him respect. It will help him create employment for his people. So a capitalist nigger must live up to the name of being a mogul, a tycoon, a magnate, or a baron. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Most importantly, a capitalist nigger is a very intelligent and educated consumer. So these are some of the things that just stands out to be like, it's okay to want to have money and to love money because money gives you access to comfort and a better life. Okay, don't depict money as something terrible and something bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, your money is to be, it's you showing, it's your contribution to the world, it's your contribution to society, it's your contribution to the economic state of the country. This is important, guys. It's very important. So thank you so much. Please remember to like, subscribe, share this video to somebody who you feel also needs to be enlightened. I did not intend for this video to be hurtful to anybody or to be in any way bringing anybody down. It's just for us to learn, especially as Black people, how we can improve ourselves economically and how we can improve our communities and our countries and the continent at large, to be like, we can be tycoons, we can be moguls, we can be, you know, whatever it is that we can actually dream of economically. So I hope that didn't offend you, and I hope you really learned a lot, and we are going to be implementing some really interesting things. Even for me, I have something exciting to announce, that on my channel, I am going to start a section where I'll just be buying locally. I'll be buying from Black women, I'll be buying from Black men, I'll be buying from even other ethnicities within South Africa. I will also be buying to support local, because these people employ our people, they provide food, they provide like just a living, should I say, not even, it's not a stipend, income to our mothers and fathers, you know, and our sisters and brothers. So I'm taking an initiative to now redirect my money more intentionally to Black businesses, and I'll be sharing it with you guys. I'll be very honest, if it's not working well, because sometimes these services can be tricky, maybe, but we're going to build one another. We're going to come up with ways to improve, because I mean, I buy anyway. Trust me, honey. I'm a woman. I'm a typical. I buy. I buy. Okay. So now it's just about empowering people, and imagine what this can do if we all buy from like our fellow Black brothers and sisters, our fellow local people who, you know, employ our fellow brothers and sisters as well. This can be economic change. So do look out for that, and I'm going to be putting it out there. I hope you guys are going to support it, and we're going to learn, and you're going to recommend products as well that I can try, and services as well. Thank you so much, and goodbye, guys. Mwah.